How much do you know about Omega Power Ministries, OPM Worldwide? Did you know that OPM Foundation has been running successfully for over 13 years now? Did you know that OPM has a free restaurant that gives food to lots of people who cannot afford one meal a day? Did you know that OPM has several free estates in different parts of the nation which caters for less privileged persons who have accommodation problems? And the church made provision for a free rehabilitation center for those repented cultists, kidnappers, and prostitutes. Did you know that OPM has put together a team of intelligent lawyers to go to various prisons to free those who are less privileged, who do not have the funds to hire a good lawyer to try their cases in court? Did you know that OPM runs over 19 free schools which provides education for the less privileged children in our society, and that the church has also a free school for children with autism and Down syndrome? Did you know that OPM is sponsoring over 1,000 students who were sent to study abroad on scholarship, and this is in several countries, both in Europe, Asia, America, and as well as Africa? Did you know that OPM has sent thousands of students to study on scholarship here in Nigeria in several universities like Uniport, Unical, and the likes of them? Did you know that OPM Church has sent thousands of people to work abroad in legitimate companies through job opportunities the church got for them? Did you know that OPM runs 2 gigantic free specialist hospitals, one in Abia State, the other in River State? They cater for pregnant mothers who do not have the funds to pay for their delivery fees in any other hospital. And by the grace of God, these hospitals have saved so many lives, therefore reducing the rate of maternal mortality and neonatal death. Did you know that OPM got some plots of land with intentions to build the first free all-girls technical college for less privileged children? Did you know that OPM has been running a free multi-skill acquisition center for years now, where people come and acquire several lucrative skills free of charge? The skills to learn include tailoring, carpentry, argon welding, pipeline welding, catering, driving, toiletry production, paint production, HSE training, computer training, instrumentation, amongst others. Did you know that Apostle Chibuzor Chinyere, the General Overseer of OPM, is housing over 300 less privileged children? He takes care of their tuition, feeding, and clothing expenses, and he also gives them money for their personal savings every day. He makes sure to provide whatever they need for their school, as he is a strong believer of every child deserves basic education. Did you know that Apostle Chibuzor of OPM brought in several international scouts to pick some talented footballers in Nigeria so as to help sign them to several football clubs outside Nigeria? Did you know that during the outbreak of COVID-19, Apostle Chibuzor did a random giveaway of COVID palliatives to strangers so as to alleviate the suffering of the masses at the time? Did you know that Apostle Chibuzor of OPM donated an ambulance to the River State government to tackle and curb the spread of COVID-19 during the heat of the pandemic? Did you know that OPM opened a free divine market for less privileged persons? The church gave them money to start up a business and also gave them a space to sell their goods. Did you know that OPM provided a free farm for those repented cultists, kidnappers, and prostitutes, so as to give them options in a case where some of them are not interested in other skills? Did you know that OPM has recovered thousands of firearms, ammunition, grenades, and some other weapons from those repented cultists and kidnappers who denounced in OPM, and those weapons were all returned to the Nigeria Police Department? Did you know that Apostle Chibuzor Chinyere of OPM converted a government-owned secondary school into a free school? At some point, the school was left with just 4 students,
because parents could not afford the fees for their children to attend this school. When Apostle Chibuzor heard of this, he instructed the town crier to spread word that the school is now free of charge. Almost immediately after this information was spread throughout the community, over 120 students were registered, and this number of students became overwhelming for the few teachers in this school. So Apostle Chibuzor deemed it fit to employ 7 more teachers into the school to add them to the government-paid teachers, and he pays their salary. Because of this kind deed, hundreds of students are back to school. Currently, the school has a record of over 420 students schooling there.
OPM, Dr. Jesus in Action. Dr. Jesus in Action, God is here.